Welcome back to the Chicago White Sox franchise. And it's been a little while again since the last episode. Consistency fell off a little bit again, but we're getting back today. But just to remind you guys where we are in this first season here at the start of episode 21, we had a unfortunate series of events around the trade deadline. Things went really bad, our record tanked, and now we're 48-65 with our season effectively over, barring a miracle. We're sitting here though in early August, so we've got about 2 full months left of the season to get through, and I still plan on playing out the rest of this season. We're going to get into all the critical situations like we had been, but really the focus from here on out for the rest of this season is just purely going to be on getting through the season. We've got no more scouting, no more trading, no more, well, what else happens before the All-Star break and draft? Those are the two big things. So yeah, it's going to be a laser focus on getting into games, getting through critical situations, seeing if we can pull off that miracle. But with our roster here, after the couple trade deadline moves we made, I don't really think we are in miracle position here. I mean, I feel like for anything to have any sort of possibility, we'd have to go like, I mean, I don't know exactly how many games we have left, but 20 more losses puts us at 85, which would mean, you know, we're guaranteed to finish, what would it be then, 8 games under 500. So we'd pretty much have to go like whatever it would be in 15 to even have a chance, and that would only put us 1 win or 2 games, 1 win above 500, and that probably wouldn't get us there. So anyways, this is the roster we're working with right now after the trade deadline. Denzel Clark's here. I'm excited to get some gameplay in with him manning center field. I mean, us making that trade, we might have put ourselves in contention for having the best fielding center fielder in Chicago. Maybe we even just do. I mean, actually, yeah, now I was curious to look over at PCA. Denzel Clark, he has better reactions overall. Same speed, same fielding ability. Clark's got him beat. All right, but let's get things going here. We've got game 2 of this Red Sox series, looking for our first win of the month. And we've got Cannon on the mound. Let's see what we've got. It's just another pure sim 3-4 or 4-3 loss. You don't say the losing score first, me. Come on. Teal got on base 3 times. He is so good. Acuna also hit his 12th home run. I don't know, man. Maybe it's not terrible that Mariners trade didn't go through and we hang on to him. Murakami making another error. He's up to 15 now. Actually, we're breaking that laser focus on getting through games already, because that's something I remembered I wanted to say about Murakami and his fielding and all the errors he's been making, but that's been something all year that I've been confused by, and I think I finally figured it out. I mean, it might not make sense for that game. That might have just been coincidence because he wasn't low on energy, but for most of this year, we haven't had anybody who can play first base on the bench. Like earlier in the year, we had Sosa, we still have Vargas. Both of them have a secondary position of first base, but both of them were in the starting lineup most of the time. And because this game is still really stupid, like, I can't believe we're in 2026 and the CPU can't logically handle adjusting the roster day to day with people who are like in the lineup versus having to be on the bench. But like, the game doesn't understand that if Murakami's tired, you can move Vargas over to first base for a game and then start somebody at third over Vargas. I think the only time they messed with positions, if they even do, I actually don't even know, but I was going to say if there is somebody that comes off the bench that can directly replace somebody. But now I think about it, I don't even know if they do switch around positions of dudes who are already in the lineup. I don't know. Either way, I think I'm going to have to be conscious as we go through this to try and get Murakami some rest days, or at least maybe days where he DHs instead of plays first base. Because right now, Vargas is the only other dude on the roster who can play first base, but he's starting both against lefties and righties, so I would have to myself move him to first base and either bench Murakami for a game or put him at DH for a game just to get some of his energy back so he's not always playing on low energy, because I think that might just be it. That might also be why he hasn't been hitting for much power. Like, I don't know how low energy affects players in game. I don't know if there's really any way to see what kind of rating hit they take, but I feel like logically it would kind of make sense. If you're playing out there tired, you don't have enough juice in you to hit the ball for power, and you don't have it in you to field your position all that well. So I don't know. Again, I think the error in this game was just coincidence because he just did get a day off here, so I'm not going to worry about that yet. We're also looking at another day off here next week, so I don't know. Let's just finish up this series here. Noah Schultz on the mound again, and it's Another loss. The miracle's not happening, guys. We do have to fix our AAA bullpen, though, which could be a good sign, because what might have just happened here? Wait, hang on. We've got 10 notifications all of a sudden. So roster moves might have just been made randomly out of the blue. DFA'd Tanner Murray, that's fine. DFA'd David Sandlin, that's not fine. I mean, I know he's only, I think it was a 57 or 58 overall, but I have plans. I had plans to switch him to a starting pitcher that would instantly bump him up to like a 64, 65. So what else are we going to be hit with here? Wilfred Vera sent down to AA. Andy Weber called up to AAA. Drake Logan sent down to AA. Wilfred Veras called up to what? Okay. Everson Pereira down to AAA. So that's somebody off of our big league roster. That's the first move that's affected our current roster. Riku Nishida gets called up. I'm fine with that, actually. I highlighted him a little while ago and said it was a shame he only had a D potential, but he at least gets a chance now in the bigs. And then Noah Schultz got sent down. Wow, okay. So who's that mean that got called up? Clark Schmidt, of course. All right. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously back when I made that trade, I anticipated and wanted Clark Schmidt to be on the MLB team. But then after he wasn't, I was kind of fine with that, because then that would have meant we'd get another year out of him. But now I think he's going to cross that 5-year service time threshold, meaning, yeah, I mean, it's already adjusted here. Before he had 2028 also as an ARB year, but now he'll be a free agent after next season. So I guess that was the initial intent of this trade anyway. Kind of surprised Schultz got sent down, though. It's not like he's been pitching too bad, and I think actually that last start he lowered his ERA at least slightly. But I'm fine with that. He's only a 71 overall. We don't want to ruin him, and we do have Clark Schmidt, who's an obvious upgrade if he was to be called up. You know, actually, I wonder if Schultz getting sent down was more to preserve his rookie status. I don't think 31 innings pitched makes you not a rookie. I think that's how it works, at least. I think it's 50 innings you gotta pitch. Still wish we could have gotten Elmer sent down and Kopech called up in his place, since I signed Kopech last episode for that exact reason. And I forgot too, we had Pereira starting against lefties, so what do I want to do here? Just Acuna, probably. All right, then. Now back to laser focus. Sim past this Red Sox series. We got one against the Guardians. They're also pretty bad. Clark Schmidt's first start. Do we get to see any of it? Nope. We get our third straight up simulation loss. How have these last two games actually not been critical situations with them being that close? How did we not get a chance? This one I can understand. Edgar Caro, 4-for-4 day, though. Murakami, another error. Okay, actually, Schmidt didn't have the worst start. He only threw 4 innings, giving up 2 runs. Don't know why he didn't go deeper into the game, but sure. And we got another exclamation point here. Just some minor league stuff, but Kopech's making his way up through the system. He's in AA now. All right, game 2 against Cleveland. It's another simulation, another blowout. Wow. Good day from Murakami out of the leadoff spot, though. 3 for 3 with 2 walks. I gave him the day to DH this time. And then, of course, Vargas is making the error at first base. Maybe we need a fielding first baseman going forward. That's weird to say that it's a necessity, but so many errors committed out of the first base spot. Good start, though, from Shane Smith. That's a quality start. Bullpen's just falling apart, though. Maybe they're just regressing the point where they should have been, because our bullpen really had no business being as good as it had been. Can we get our first win of the month this time, Sunday against Cleveland? We do, and it's another straight up sim 4-3 game. No critical situation to close it off, I guess. Teal went deep, 3 doubles on the board too. Murakami back to making errors. This is ridiculous. He's made 3 errors in this episode as a first baseman. Like, I really don't understand how it's even possible to make that many errors as a first baseman if he's not just straight up dropping the balls thrown to him. Is that what he's doing? My God, dude. All right, Davis Martin, 7 innings, 1 run allowed. Sir Anthony almost blew it. All right, we're on to Cincinnati then. Or Cincinnati's on to us, technically. Sean Burke this time on the mound. Winning streak, how about it? Another homer for Teal, homer for Murakami, another 3-hit game for him. He's heating up with the bat. Let's see, did he make another error though? No, it was Teal making an error this time. Maedra stole 2 bases. Good start from Burke. Scoreless bullpen this time, it's possible. Game 2 then against Cincy. There we go. Finally a critical situation. It's a long one, bottom 6, 2 outs. We got 2 on, Vargas up. down a run, and a long time left in this one to actually play the game. And this should be interesting because, again, since it's been a little while since the last episode, it's been a little while since I've played on GOAT difficulty, and I've been kind of all over the place lately. I've been playing a lot of, like, Diamond Dynasty grinding stuff on low difficulties, but I've also been playing some ranked lately on Hall of Fame difficulty. Oh, and Vargas with the runners on the move. Wait, okay, get back to second, Clark. I don't know why you're sliding into second base there. You're not actually stealing the base. What are we doing? It's a 3-2 count, 2 outs. You're on the move in case we make contact. And we did, and we tied the game. Okay, it's another 3-2 count now. See if we can make something happen again. I'll just take a walk. Load them up for, I think it's Mydroth up next. And they're going to the pen. Going to another lefty, though. Caleb Ferguson. It is Mydroth up. He's 0 for 3. Let's change that. Did I change it? I don't think I got enough of that. Nope. Oh, just barely under it. Just barely missed the grand slam. That would have given me an 8-4 lead. And that's a good sign, though, that I come in cold, get a hit, tie the game with Vargas, draw a walk, and then almost go deep with Mydroth. Guess I'm not going to be as bad off hitting as I thought I would be. And we got Elmer in. I mean, Elmer's terrible when he's simulated, but the few games that I've pitched with him so far, he's elite. He's shut down. He's a guaranteed getting the guy out every time. I'll leave him in while he has green energy. Ah, that is going to get up through the middle. That's the thing about Elmer, though. I know I've said this a couple of times, but like with his current ratings, he's only a 65 overall because he's stuck as a relief pitcher. He has the build to be a starter. If he was moved to officially being a starting pitcher, he'd be like a 73, 74 overall right now. So he shouldn't be as bad as he's been. I don't really understand why he's been as bad as he's been. And look at what he's doing. Giving up the hit, getting out of it immediately with a ground ball. Ooh, okay, now that's not good to build on from last inning. Gotta be turning on that. That was also pretty bad. Well, whatever I thought I had going for me last inning might have been a fluke. Caro, man, nothing behind that. 34 power. You're telling me that he can only hit at 81 on a pitch like that? Ugh. I mean, legitimately, I'm just going to leave Elmer in. Tie game in the 8th here. I just really enjoy pitching with him. It's going to be a lot of fun in another season or two when he is just a starter and he's like in the rotation as an 80 overall. I mean, to be totally honest, now that he's already been forced to be in the big leagues, there's a decent chance that he could just start next season in a rotation if he really is already like a 73, 74 overall just when we change his position to a starter. That could play next season. And there we go, blow the heat past him. Okay, you know what, actually, they do have a couple lefties due up here. Elmer was in the yellow after that last at bat. I'm going to go to Tyler Gilbert here. He's actually the only lefty I have in the bullpen right now, so. All right, and that should get us out of the inning. See if we can take this lead in the bottom of the 8th, close it out in the 9th, not have to worry about a walk-off, even though that's always a little fun. I mean, dude, Luis Angel has another homer today. 13 homers for the little guy. Oh my god, and I hit it hard. Of course I hit it hard and right to somebody. Oh, dude, and another long EB just for me to whiff on a fastball. Was it a timing thing, or did I not get the PCI where it needed to be? Well, both. I think he has a specific plan for this at bat. And then he throws it inside, because of course he does. I should have drilled that too. All right, I'm going to give this 9th to Grant Taylor for the bottom of the order. I feel like he's had a bit of a rough stretch lately, because that ERA should not be above 3. They've got the bottom of the order, Matt McClain, and then 2 lefties due up. Grant Taylor shuts down lefties. That's a strike. I'll take that one. Yeah, dude, that's just egregiously bad. That's a dot. Well, maybe it was a dot. We'll see. It was a dot, and they're out of challenges now. Well, unless we go to extras. Here we go. Fastball, easy pop fly to center field for Clark to handle. I want to see him have to run something down, though. I want to see us test that range of our new elite center fielder. All right, and 1 pitch to get the pop up to right. Baldwin should have that. All we got to do is put a run across. Gotta walk this one off. Gotta go against Tony Santillan. Oh, and I was too ready for the first pitch heater. Finally find the timing on the fastball, and then the left thumb doesn't move. Okay, well, there we get hit. 0-2 count. That helps big time. Do I pinch run for him is the question. Do I have speed on the bench at this point, actually? Yeah, I'm going to get Riku out there on first base. My draw can put one in the gap. Riku should be able to score. We got the slide step, so I knew I was going to get the fastball, and I expand up, of course. And that's, of course, dude, when I make a good swing, it's right to somebody. What am I supposed to do? I think I'm going to stick with Taylor, actually. We'll see what he can do going into a second inning here. That might have just barely missed, did it? Yeah. Yeah, they get a challenge back, but they might have burned it immediately. I think that caught the plate. Yeah, dude, they are 0 for 3 in their challenges today. I've never seen the CPU miss this bad. And then, dude, I give him a meatball, pops it up. I'd like to see him try and get up to third. They're going for it. Denzel, test the arm. No. Kind of forget what Denzel's arm is looking like out in center, because that didn't look too strong. Is there not a way to hit the view defense thing when you're the pitching team? You can only set shift. Can I not look at my defense and the ratings and all that? Oh, there it is. R2 and R3 combined. Denzel Clark, yeah, only 72 arm, 64 accuracy. So that's where he's lacking in the outfield. Maybe that's where PCA might still be a better outfielder technically. I don't know. In my mind, I thought he had a strong arm, but I should have probably hit the cutoff man there. That, though, they are going for it. I don't think Acuna throws him out, though. Yep. So they're seriously scoring because our two fast outfielders don't have an arm. Two guys that can get to just about everything but can't throw the ball and throw anybody out. We got noodles out there. All right, well, Taylor mows down Suarez. Weak grounder. He had a good inning, all things considered. 2 sac flies and a ground out. We just gotta get our free runner across. Got decent speed out there with Brooks, 74 speed. That, okay, it stands. Why does Colson, not only does he get screwed over on such dots, but it, like, I feel like it doesn't always pop up with the actual ABS animation. He has the worst ABS luck imaginable. That is not going to get down. Are you? Okay, it is getting down. Keep Colson at first. Brooks will move up to third. That's fine then. It's just, man, if he doesn't get to that and knock it down, that is a tie game, and then that's the winning run on second base. Maybe third. If he dove and completely whiffed on it, maybe that's a triple. I mean, that was a contact swing, so I guess I can't be too upset. Actually, hang on here. Can I still call time? We want Teal in this spot. What am I thinking? Caro up against a righty in a clutch situation. It's Teal time. Yeah, I can't go on that. For some reason, man, MLB The Show, it's like impossible to score on a pass ball or wild pitch. All right, I'll take a walk, I guess. Loads the bases, moves the winning run up to second in scoring position. Also sets up the forced play at home, though. Need you to hit it in the air, Luis Angel. They're actually not playing the infield in. I find that surprising. Okay, they're playing the third baseman in. The first baseman's back, though. I mean, it is tempting to want to lay down a bunt just to drive this tying run in. You know what? I'm going to try it. I am going to try it. I'm going to try and push it to the right side. Safety squeeze here. That's not... It's not a good bunt. I don't know. I checked. He had 55 sack bunting, which is better than like the default minimum of like 35 or whatever it is. I thought maybe he'd be able to get it down on a buntable pitch. The circle change low. I feel like you can't really ask for a better pitch to bunt. Literally just had to push it more to the right side towards the first baseman and we score. Brooks Baldwin would have been fast enough if that didn't go just right directly back to the pitcher. Can't do anything with Benintendi, so he's probably gonna strike out or pop it up and not hit it deep enough. Dude, I'm actually gonna have the bases loaded, nobody out, and lose this game. Who are they going to? Pierce Johnson with a 6.16 ERA because of course. Denzel, this could be your big moment here. First big moment in a Sox jersey. Nah, of course. course, dude. That how do you not get the bunt down? Maybe it's time in the big 2026 to have a better bunting mechanic than just holding down triangle and praying. All right, we continue on. 50 and 70. Just don't lose 100 games this year. Now that's the goal. We got to face Hunter Green, who's 6 and 14 on a 66 and 54 Reds team. That's interesting. Clark Schmidt's second start. We get another chance. Well, sort of. We're down 5, and we're only coming in because Luis Angel's got an 11-game hitting streak to try and extend. So sure, let's see what we can do. Okay, that was supposed to be a check swing. Good start. I loathe this game today. I mean, it's not like I didn't have a lot of good swings in that last game too, and then you're bringing me into the game to try and extend a hitting streak. I laser that one, and it's just right to him. Can I hit something where somebody isn't? Is that really too difficult to ask for? All right, we get to watch Benintendi. Well, I guess not end the game yet. Great camera work by me, too. Denzel gets on. Do I get a chance? Was he the one batting in front of Acuna here? Yeah, I'm on deck. All right, well, get on base, Denzel. Give me a shot here. Or, oh, no, he does get it through just barely. Don't get thrown out. Don't get thrown out anywhere. I'm coming up as the tying run. We get one more chance to extend this streak and potentially save this game. I mean, come on, man. This would be electric out of Luis Angel. Oh, and that was supposed to be a check swing again. Why? Okay, for one, I know 100% I didn't move the PCI down, but if that's really the input the game gave, how am I making contact? Like, there's so many reasons to be upset by that. That was supposed to be a check swing, so why am I full swing anyway? If it did make me full swing, how in the world was contact made on that swing if that was actually the input that I gave? That's egregious. That should never happen. This game is pissing me off today. All right, well, we move on. I'm not going to call the episode there yet out of frustration. Like I said, we're trying to get through this season, so let's see how much of the season we can continue getting through today. We've got a series against Detroit, Framber on the mound against me, and we win it 8-3. Riku with a 2-hit game and a homer. Murakami going deep for the 12th time. 28 doubles now for Kyle Teal. Colson making an error. What? 7 innings, 1 run allowed, and 10 punch-outs, though, for Shane Smith. Don't like seeing what Grant Taylor did, though. Come on. All right, then game 2 against a 2.64 ERA Jack Flaherty. All right. And we get another critical situation. Tie game, top 9, Kenley in. Runner on, Denzel Clark up. I mean, I've been pretty bad in my few at-bats I've had with Denzel Clark so far, but that average is still hovering right around, you know, that 260-ish mark, so he's doing decent enough. Honestly, I wouldn't, at this point, I wouldn't need much better from him at the plate. He's got his elite defense. If he's just not a liability, a total liability at the plate, that's enough for me. Or I'm a liability with him when I'm at the plate. Fortunately, his speed bails me out for now, though. Oh, and look who it is again. I get another chance. Okay, worked it to a 3-2. They let me hold up, actually, this time with Luis Angel. All right, we'll take a walk. Speed and scoring position now for Vargas. What is with all these high sliders and sweepers in this episode, too? It's like that's on purpose right now with how many times I've been seeing that. Oh, and you're kidding. I mean, nope. I thought it might have some carry. No. I don't know what I have to do. That one was just only not a good swing because the PCI got so small. How are we seeing shrinkage on a hanging slider now? All right, well, Jimmy Herget's only got 2 pitches thrown. I'm just going to stick with him. See if we can extend this game and see extras again today. And that's a great start. Could be 2. Might be too much speed, though, for, yeah. All right, there we go. They brought Kerry Carpenter in to pinch hit. We sat him down on 3 pitches. And then we give up a walk-off homer to Wenzel Perez. Of course we do. Really had me thinking I was going to get through that inning and extend this one. No. It's actually amazing how quickly and decisively things went downhill with this White Sox team. Like, we were at a point in like June where I was playing pretty good. Like, the team was good. I was also playing pretty solid for the most part. Then we had that massive stretch where I wasn't getting any critical situations. The team played terribly. And then it's like that's carried over into me because the team was playing bad during simulations. Now I'm playing bad. But a lot of the times today, I haven't even been the one playing bad. I just haven't been getting the results. And then I make one mistake, one yellow release. Can you tell I'm frustrated? This season really has become miserable, man. I just, like, as a White Sox fan, with how the real life White Sox have been playing, they're hovering a few games over 500 for a while now. I mean, that's not quite where we were in this. We were hovering more a couple games below 500 for most of the early part of the year before we just fell off. The real White Sox just better not fall off like we did. That's all I'm trying to say here. I want to finish out this series one way or another. If we get a critical situation or not. Actually, we got to fix the AAA lineup, so I guess more stuff happened. Injury? Billy Carlson tore his hamstring. All right. How was he doing in AAA? 277 average. I mean, he was actually doing a lot worse in AA, and then they called him up, so I was kind of worried how he was going to play. He's probably out for the rest of the year, though, with that. So what do we got here? Ben Peoples gets sent down. How does that make sense for a AA team? Well, I don't know. I mean, David Sandlin's still here. I didn't do anything after the DFA stuff. I'm guessing this means he passed through waivers, so that's good. Honestly, that might be the best case scenario. Get him off the 40-man. He was able to pass through waivers, and then we still get to keep him, and then his clock doesn't continue to tick here. We don't have to use up more of his minor league options while he's still not really ready to be a major league pitcher. But all right, I want to finish out this Tigers series, whether we get a critical situation or not. This will be the last game of the episode today. We'll save the Cubs series for next time. So we got Sean Burke, 3.61 ERA. This could get us a series win. Let's see what we can do. We lose another simulation. Elmer gets the loss. Murakami, another 3-hit game, DH game for him. Miguel Vargas, 15th bomb of the year, but not enough. Burke did have a good game. Elmer gave up 2 in 2 2/3, and that's all it took. Well, we do have one more exclamation point here, a transaction. That doesn't do anything but rub this in my face. The Blue Jays are calling up Nathan Lucas. Why do we get a notification for that? But all right, that's where things are gonna end today. This season has really just turned into misery, but at least we got through a big chunk of games today. I mean, that was a good week and a half. So if we can do this every episode from here on out, hopefully it's only like 3 or 4 more episodes to get this season over with, and then we can turn off Streamlined. We can turn this into a full-fledged franchise, take the training wheels off, and then forget all about March to October because Streamlined really doesn't do it.